So, this is a little impromptu discussion about WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2. They are continuation from one to the other. WandaVision, I believe, is the best of the MCU on Disney Plus. Uh, I think Moon Knight is pretty good so far. I have no real problems with it. Um, the others are short of garbage. Um, so anyway, I think for WandaVision, one of the things that is not talked about at all, or at least I've seen maybe one person on YouTube talk about it, and that is when Wanda releases the people of Westview. Because remember, now granted, she did not know she knew that she was keeping them under wraps, but she didn't know that they were having nightmarish visions when they were under her control. And when she found out, of course, she released them. But as she's coming back, Monica says, "They just don't know what you've done for them." And I thought that was very odd because Monica, in fact, I think if anybody had a real true moral backbone of the whole group was Monica. Monica had a very she was the big hero of the show in many ways. Or at least she had the attitude of, I'm just going to go ahead and, save people. So I thought that was very odd. And then of course Wanda says, well, they'll never know, and then she flies off. So there were several things odd. Number one, that conversation, but number two, the fact that I think it was the FBI the FBI came in. They didn't even question her. I mean, maybe they did and they didn't show it, but I don't think so. I don't think they even questioned her. They just like, yeah, Wanda's going to do whatever Wanda does. I think there's two things we don't really know. Maybe we're going to find out in Doctor Strange 2 that that whole scene was Wanda manipulating them. I hope so because otherwise it just shows really bad writing, which all the other MCU ones on Disney Plus have abundance of. But I hope that she had manipulated them and flew off so that she wouldn't have to deal with the whole situation. Um, which then brings us to Doctor Strange 2. I think he comes to Wanda because Doctor Strange messes something up. I think we're thinking, oh, it's going to be what he did with Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if he had messed that up, they would have shown it. I think though something else happens, and it might even be Wanda related, and he comes to her. But I think that I mean certainly her finding her kids is going to be the thing. But I think that this is going to come up. This what happened in Westview. I mean, it shows him in the grove that she's created, and he goes, "Oh no, this isn't about Westview." If that's the way it is, I think then the bad writing just keeps continuing, right, from one show to the other. But I'm hoping that it pretty much comes out, oh, she was what's the word? She was the bad seed all along, um, manipulating right up to the very end. And I think that would be really great. I'm hoping for it because I think it'd be a really great because a lot of times, well, it didn't show it, right? It didn't show her still manipulating them. That would have been too easy, though. You see, I think if it's really great writing, they would just like you know pass that over and continue on to Doctor Strange too. So I think that this is excuse me. I think this is something that has to really be talked about. I mean, is this just the bad writing of Disney Plus, or is this planned out to where, I mean, certainly they planned it out for Doctor Strange too, but just how far is that going to carry over into Doctor Strange 2? Are they going to talk about the fact that, "Hey, you just left the whole town there, not even saying you were sorry." So anyway, it's a brief video, but I really think that this needs to be talked about. I just don't think anybody one or two videos I saw that mentions it, but still no real discussion of it. Anyway, that's my take.